But let's head into our second semifinals here. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of the map, it is the Blue Celestials player. I love him. Maybe you don't. It's Mr. Grimmy.
A member of the Scam Squad.
The Scam Squad.
Yeah. Scamming everybody by not doing anything together for years at a time.
For years. So just wait till this Halloween. We'll dust off the old Back for Blood.
Ooh. And spawning in the lower left-hand corner, dropping out a nice forward Iron Vault here to start things off. It is our Infernals player, Elazer.
Alrighty, if there's an imp at the middle of the map, he's cleared these trees out. I think it also was able to scout that morph core that was flying by there.
Yeah, where's this morph core going? The imp is looking around for it. He's gonna go kill some trees here.
Yeah, this is another Grimmy special, should I say. He really, I think, helped bring the popularity of this proxy play. And I would not be surprised to see this go into Elazer's main. Nope, it's going to go near it, though.
Yeah,
it's going to go about as close to it as possible. Beautiful.
Let's try to find a little spot back here. Elazer did feel like he was looking for it, but he didn't end up finding it. Where did that imp go? Okay, I made a meat farm over at the vision camp. But if he doesn't check for this, I mean, that's... could be a problem. He's on double Iron Vault here, right? He's not going to have anything to deal with a potential Seraphim.
I'm a bit surprised. He scouts with the Fiend, but look at this positioning from Grimmy there. It does not get scouted out, and the first Seraphim is on the way. The Conclave going down just now. I think Elazer maybe a bit too greedy with his money. This Conclave is not going to finish up in time.
However... does Elazer have anything on the other side of the map? Because there's just stuff heading over there, and he can Sovereign's Watch.
You mean Grimmy?
Yeah, I mean, does Grimmy have anything? Yeah, words are hard.
Yeah, words are pretty tough.
And the Seraphim...
I mean, triple Sovereign's Watch can hold for a pretty long time. He's got a Link node that's actually going to be morphing into a Blast node. And Elazer is desperately looking for this Legion Hall. He just has no idea where it's at.
Yeah, he is. He's looking for it. He has not thought about the trees getting knocked down. I guess he hasn't been watching the streams, or he would probably be thinking of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky, right? Because being able to kill those trees really changes the positioning for it. Another Sovereign's Watch gonna go down here, but now two Seraphim in the main of Elazer.
Yeah, and I don't think two Gaunts
now finishing up
deals with this. So if he gets those two Gaunts out, is there a Hexen nearby? But no, Elazer's just gonna tap out. He realizes there's too much here, and he can't do anything on the other side of the map. Grimmy gets a game one off of the previous winner.
Yeah. A bit surprising for sure, as Elazer's gameplay has so far just looked basically dominant. Looks like nobody can really touch this guy. Now Grimmy here, taking another map off of him. Percival, of course, did take him all the way to the Game 5 in last week's Goblin Cluckfest. But let's see what game number 2 has in store. Now, of course, I think, if Elazer was able to scout that, I want to imagine that would have changed the situation quite significantly.
Yeah.
He would have been able to throw down some Shroud Stones earlier if he needed, if he realized that his Conclave was going to be a bit too late in the main. And obviously he would have been able to put a lot of pressure on that Legion Hall. But Grimmy, he's got all these kind of locations mapped out, man. I mean, this is the kind of stuff he loves to do. He loves finding these multiple areas that you can throw these structures down to keep him guessing. And I haven't seen anybody do it on that map so far.
Yeah, this is definitely Grimmy's kind of wheelhouse of gameplay. And Elazer's been playing quite aggressive, and one of the dangers of playing aggressive is that there are usually big weaknesses in there that if your opponent can suss it out, they can get in on top of you.
Yeah, so far these are two very aggressive playing players, and they're kind of clashing. And I mean, at least for game number 1, Grimmy certainly looking like he's got the advantage. But let's see if it continues into game number 2. I was going to say I was a little bit surprised to see that a laser dropped a conclave so late after seeing that Therium was getting mined.
Yeah.
Usually it seems like, you scout the Therium mining and you just kind of drop the conclave, no questions asked. But let's see what's in store for us in game number 2, spawning in the lower left-hand corner of Secluded Grove. It is the Red Infernals player, Elazer.
And his opponent in the upper right-hand corner. We'll see if he does a little cheeky proxy once again. We have Grimmy up 1-0 in this match.
All right, and once again, mining Therium. Now the Imp, though, already to the center, and boom. Gonna see that Morph Core if Elazer's paying attention here. He obviously gets a very nice scout.
Yeah,
and already clearing out the center with this Imp.
I do kind of like that. Yeah, making a path through the center, and like we've talked about, Elazer takes that base so far in every game we've seen from him on this map. He likes to take that center base, so see if that comes up later on if we get to, a second or third base in this game.
Now, Grimmy did just use a scan there to see what was going on in the main. I think he wanted to determine, hey, are we mining Therium here? I almost wonder if that determines what structure he's going to put down. If he sees any Therium being mined in the Conclave down, maybe he decides to go, sites or something like that. But if he sees, hey, no Therium yet, no Conclave, I can go for Seraphim again. And look at this Morph Core. This cheeky building.
Straight into the main.
Straight into the main, Grimmy.
Now this time,
the
Conclave is halfway done. We're still not going to get a scout on this from Elazer, at least not yet. But is he going to play maybe a little safer against the possible Seraphim?
Well, we've already seen an adjustment, right? We've seen the Conclave is down way sooner. So he will be able to have, hopefully, some concept for this here. Seraphim, once again, already started.
God, that Legion Hall finishes so quick.
When it's a Morph Core, yeah, man, those things finish instantly. Okay, Elazer has banked up a bit of Therium.
Yep, he's got two Gaunts out already. And I do think 2 Gaunts on Shroud beat a Seraphim. But we're going to find out. It looks like with a little micro, that white health. He could also bring that Hexen home to help out.
He could bring the Hexen home. Currently, he's taking this opportunity to start creeping Grimmy's side of the map. He feels confident. Okay, I feel like I can hold this. He hasn't even made any more Gaunts. He obviously has the option to do so. There we go. He has another 2 Gaunts out here.
Yeah, he's going to lose an Imp. The Seraphim come back in. It's a third Seraphim on the way. Gaunt's diving forward. 1 Gaunt does fall, but 2 more pop out. I do think Elazer is going to have plenty to hold here, as we have a bunch of Fiends.
I don't even think he sees the Legion Hall yet, though.
Has he not even spotted it? I mean, he's got to know.
Oh my God,
that blast node, Jesus.
That blast node, yeah. I was just about to say, those Fiends got absolutely rolled. Blast node's so strong versus Fiends, and Gaunts for that matter.
Yeah.
So Grimmy will be able to hang in here. I mean, he is somehow getting away with being able to make another Seraphim out of this Legion Hall.
Oh my God. That Legion Hall should be dead.
Absolutely hilarious. It's the one place you'd never think to look, and it's the one place.
This is if Elazer didn't play Zerg in StarCraft, he would think of this, but he's not used to the enemies being able to build buildings in his base.
In your base, yeah, for sure. So we're at least gonna go into a sort of mid game here now. I almost wonder, is Grimmy gonna have a little bit of a difficult time expanding out of this? There's so much on the ground here from Elazer.
I mean, Elazer's army is much more, substantial. These Seraphim, they fly around, they can be annoying, they can deal with the Fiends, but they cannot win a straight-up fight. So Grimmy is stuck hoping his Blast Node can hold back at home, because he doesn't have anything else. He's got a Creation Chamber. That's about it right now. So he's going to need something else to actually take a fight here at some point.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what his follow-up plan is to this. And again, just now going for these resource camps, trying to deny them from a laser.
Yeah, Laser taking them back very quickly, though, at least the one for now. As he's being active with these gaunts, trying to keep up a little bit with the Seraphim, which, of course, should be able to get away most of the time.
Now, one thing to note, though... Oh, a little bit of a skirmish happening here, picking off some gaunts for free. Quite nice there for Grimmy. You know, he doesn't technically have to go collection arrays, right? He could just throw prisms to these Luminite mines, and they're going to be doing fine. A laser now finally finds the Legion Hall.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. He's going to kill it. Might get this imp in the main. Probably just going to become a structure. Yeah. But honestly, this is looking pretty nice so far for Grimmy. I mean,
yeah, the fact that he's got more mining
coming
is really nice. He's very good in these scrappy games. He's got a weird kind of army going on, but it's still super dicey, right? He cannot take a fight.
You can kill that. I don't think he knows you can kill that skull.
No, he can't. They don't shoot up.
Oh, they don't shoot up. That's right. Is this skull faster than him? Oh, he gets the flower, though. What a gamer, dude.
Yeah, big gamer.
God.
We finally have a shrine
that can't shoot up.
Going down for a laser. Yeah, they're banshees is what they are.
I guess so.
And we got another blast node here defending this second base for Grimmy. Listen, we're looking at a professional cannon rusher here. He knows how to defend these bases.
Oh yeah.
And I think really a laser taking a base here is definitely the right call. He could probably take a second one. Yeah, and we're just going to need him to see... We're going to need him to build something other than gaunts in this game because... Oh, wait. Hold on. This is blast node. It's too far away.
Are you sure?
It's too far away.
Are you sure about that? Yeah, I mean, the Seraphim will be able to kind of push them away with Sovereign's Watch here. But that blast node is a bit far. Now, this other link node that's down on the ground, not quite finished up yet and becoming a blast node. It's about halfway done. More power banks go down just to put some more shield here. And once that blast node finishes, I mean, this base is actually going to be pretty difficult.
Yeah, I think a laser needs to back up here. I mean, he can take the fight against the Seraphim, but yeah, that blast node is super dangerous. It is very close to finishing up here.
Yeah, there it is.
And yeah, he's going to see it, grabs a fiend, and he's going to stick on the outskirts.
He will indeed. Constantly throwing down these effigies, trying to run that brute forward so he can get a few hits on those Seraphim there. And he's still just rallying across the map. Just tons of gaunts so far.
Oh my god, this Animancer! Whoa, where did that come from?
Out of left field, the Animancer drops a dark prophecy on so many gaunts there.
That
just
killed
kind
like
of
6
resetting that
gaunts. That was insane.
That killed so many. Yeah. Oh, okay. I was going to say, you better be careful. It is a 15-second cooldown now, but, you know. Definitely scary here. And I know I've watched Rumi play quite a bit. I know that the end kind of game composition he's going to be looking for here is going to be Animancer Scythe. I think that's like what he considers to be basically the supreme celestial comp at this point. You just go a bunch of Animancers, you just go a bunch of Scythes, and you kind of just play from that position. Now, Infernal does have some play against it, but not with the army that he has currently.
Oh man, but he's gonna try to get on top of these Animancers with the Fiends. Oh, they're staying alive for now, but one does fall. Keeping that Animancer count low is so important here. And a laser, he's gonna knock down the collection array that was being attempted over there and at least push this back for now. Trying to take this position, knock the Therium mining back. This is a really nice play from a laser. Keeping Grimmy from getting that economy going he wants to get.
Yeah, I mean, it looks nice from a laser, but this next fight here I think is really going to determine quite a bit. More reinforcements from a laser are on the way. Grimmy's got this Animancer, but doesn't have much more than that at this point. But keep in mind, it's not any like key infrastructure that's being lost here. It's just power banks. It's just the Therium return, node. I mean, it's essentially you know, you've killed a lumber mill and some supply depots at this point.
Yeah.
As I crossed apparently the boundaries into three
Every
different
RTS.
games there for a moment. Yeah, I guess so.
I would
So,
love to see
I
a laser
am
take another
concerned.
base.
I mean, he's gonna want to get into like Weaver. I don't think it's gonna be sustainable to try and hold this with the brutes and the gaunts only. I say that, but then
my God, he gets
you know,
two more
Animancers go down.
Animancers. The problem
Yeah,
here is
those are
Grimmy,
cheap.
without this Therium, without this Luminite over here, he's not going to have enough production to actually make the army he needs, like you were talking about. We see him even
that's
building an
true.
Argent, which feels a little bit desperate right now. He's trying to push this static defense forward. He's got another strike node now being built to help support this. But the more money he spends on that, the less money he has for the real army.
That is true, but this high ground position is certainly not an easy one to be broken here. And he's got so many prisms that are now just trying to like quickly jump in, mine a little bit, and then go back out. And I'm pretty sure they keep that like resource gain.
Oh, another Seraphim goes down though, and that's actually the last one. Unless he's got a new Legion. Yeah, of course. It's like the answers, but
this Seraphim, I don't think matters that much.
they're not that important. It's true. I like this.
they're really
This
not.
effigy is now permanent. He put it down on the shroud that was there from the last effigy. So
No, that's smart.
he's just trying to hold his position. Oh, got some invisible units though.
Yeah, he does. Now, prisms are migrating to the north side of the map here, but it looks like, look at this from a laser. Two fiends scouting this
he's
out
gonna
so
scout
quickly.
this. Very important here as the Morph Core comes up here as well. And just a couple of gaunts are going to make this a real problem for Grimmy.
Oh, Nightfall Infestation does land on all of Grimmy's units there. Now, there is a scythe available. There's not much to do against that right now, and there's still the blast node, but they're just trying to pick off these Animancers as quickly as they can. A couple of gaunts now join the forces to the north.
Oh, and there's
Looks like they will pressure these prisms away from here.
there's that base in the middle of the map.
Oh, yeah. Another a laser special here as he loves taking this center base.
Yeah, and there's just nothing Grimmy can do about it right now, right? He can't pressure this. He's just got to defend back at home. It does look like he might be able to push out and get the defensive position onto his third base. But as I say that, the laser is keeping the pressure on. He does not want to let him take this shroud down and get in here.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, he doesn't. Keep in mind, though, at this point with this kind of composition, it's on a laser to keep the pressure going. He either needs to win before or keep Grimmy's army small. But as I say that, more Animancers are joining in. More Scythes are joining in. The Shadow Flyers that join in, they get hit by that Dark Prophecy. They go down so quickly. More Dark Prophecy goes down. Now these Fiends are going to be able to run in.
The Fiends and the Brutes getting on top of the Animancers and the Argents that were there.
Man.
The Blast Node is going to be good. But this is still, I mean, a laser is still keeping this position. He's got a Shroud Stone on the way now as well.
Yeah.
Just to help strengthen it. And with that middle base, so much extra Luminite coming in. He's going to be able to reinforce so much better. He's got a Twilight Spire on the way to help out against these sites. As we see the Shadow Flyers, maybe going to do something. Maybe.
Maybe they're going to do something. Who knows?
I mean, this is close. If Grimmy can push this back, it could be big. But the reinforcements from a laser, he's not even able to mine this Therium
almost
anymore.
finished next to this Therium. And once that finishes, he can drop a Super Shroud Stone. I think that's his kind of game plan here all along. The Gaunt's now harassing the base to the north of Grimmy at the same time. There's the Super Shroud Stone getting dropped. The Gaunt's able to pressure back these sites here.
I don't know if we have high ground vision here for a laser right now. So the Super Shroud Stone, it can hit the units and it will kill another site. It's very painful. Oh, these scythes do not want to be taking this fight right now.
Oh, no, another one goes down.
Grimmy, and it looks like the Gaunts are going to die at the upper left, but it doesn't matter. A laser going to tie this series up 1-1.
1-1 indeed. Well played there from a laser. I thought for a long time that position, I'm like, that's just not really tenable, man. How are you going to be able to sit right outside of his base? There's blast nodes everywhere. Like, this is just going to get cleared. But Laser just did not...
he didn't commit in. He stayed out of range. He would take a couple shots here and there, but he stayed out of range. Just dove for the Animancers, those expensive units. And he kept those prisms from mining the Therium. He kept from putting a collection array down on that Luminite. And just crippling that economy of Grimmy, who was spending all of his money on static defense instead of units.
Yeah, I mean, he just played so patiently. He never once, I think, overextended with the units that really mattered. Every time he took a trade, it was a pretty favorable one. Even if you lose a decent amount, keeping that Animancer count low is really the key to success. That's like the path to victory there. But going into game 3 here, any predictions after now seeing both of these players clash in 2 games so far? What do you think?
I don't know. I'm very excited. It's been so heavily aggressive, and I think that is really necessary. We saw Laser change up his build a little bit, and I wonder if Grimmy is going to give us a different opening building.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big fan of the Legion Hall so far. He's gone Seraphim in both games. I don't know if this is maybe time to bust out some other build. I mean, he used to play pretty Argent heavy back when the Argents were really good. I know he doesn't really favor that as much anymore. I feel like I have seen him go for more of a macro Seraphim style. He's just going to take a quick AFK before starting this last game.
It's good. He's got to think about his builds.
He has to think. He's got to go Google one really quick. He's like, oh my god, I'm out of builds. I don't know what to do. He's a very proficient late game player, like, honestly. But so is a Laser. Both of these players are so skilled at navigating the race. I mean, you could see that clash that happened again on Grimmy's side of the map. Positioning maybe some of those structures just a bit differently to maybe cover that Therium in the center, which turned out to be sort of the key to breaking Grimmy's defenses. Really did a lot of work, and a Laser identifying that so quickly and just denying that from him. I was actually really impressed. I was like, man, that was such a big brain play. It took me a bit to realize, like, is this actually worth it? And it's like, oh yeah, he's keeping all this Therium mining from Grimmy, so he really can't produce as much as he wants to.
Yeah, and I feel like he was trying to make a lot of Therium heavy units. That's why we saw a couple Argents come out there. He was just building anything he could at that point. But a Laser really keeping that pressure on, playing the kind of the dicey game. But it worked out for him. The dicey game. And now we're into game number 3. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner. Tying it up there, we have our Infernals player in the red, Laser.
And Grimmy spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Taking this now to the semifinals. This is the farthest he's been in the Goblin Cluckfest tournament series so far. Looking to make it to the finals. It is Grimmy.
And that's a wall. Look at that. Look at that wall.
Ooh, it's a Therium Purifier wall.
Oh,
Chickenman.
God. I've never seen anything like it.
That's not where that structure goes.
Look at this Hexen is trying to get in.
I thought the Hexen was about to
walk in.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh my god.
That would have absolutely cracked me up.
Well, and it's very interesting that I feel like not seeing this in a lot of games, because if any race could just full wall off, it's Celestial.
Yeah, why not?
They don't care where their buildings are. You can just route it to another one. You can easily expand. Like, it just makes sense. Now, obviously, you have to do this awkward, like, Therium Purifier creation chamber thing, but, like, I don't know. This seems really, really smart.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
And a Laser can't just write this off as a one base. I mean, obviously, Grimmy is just going to be able to go around and take any bases he wants.
Yeah, Grimmy up to a very quick tier 2.
Therium there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super fast tier 2.
immediate tier 2. I mean, I guess he's safe, right? The laser can't get in his wall.
You're not getting in there, laser. No, no.
Laser has not expanded yet.
No, not yet. He's gone for the vault. He's gone for the conclave. He knows that Grimmy is a fan of the Seraphim, and we see once again a Legion Hall. So it is going to be Seraphim again this game, but a much more defensive position. A laser now running across the map. He does find that Legion Hall just before that Seraphim is about to finish.
This is the problem. There's 2 Gaunts here. I like this Seraphim cannot take this fight. He's going to try. He's going to go for the Gaunts. But with the Hexen as well.
The skull immediately, though.
And the effigy dropping down to add that shroud, that white hit points.
Does he get the second Seraphim out of this, or is it going to die beforehand? It's so close. He gets it. Oh,
he gets
just
it,
in the
Grimmy.
nick of time, dude.
Grimmy, call him Nick.
Okay.
He's Saint Nick.
Saint Nick of Time, Icarus.
That's right.
That's what they call him.
Also known as Justin, because he's just in time with that second Seraphim.
Just in time.
That's right. But where does he go from here?
Call me Justin. Just in time. Well, you know, he lost that Legion Hall. It's not great, but again, it's going to be really hard for a laser to pressure this one base, and he still doesn't have a shrine down there. Grimmy, on the other hand, has been able to take a lot of these camps. He does get that siege camp in the center, so again, that's quite a lot of economy for him. Gonna try and get this Seraphim. It looks like that Gaunt will die. The skull, though, is gonna run after it. Okay, it does decide just to switch targets there.
The Morph Core is going to take the health camp on its way across to the left. But that is also going to show a laser. Hey, there's a Morph Core going over to the left.
Yeah, it is. You know, I mean, you do get vision from these camps, keep in mind, just in the circle that they control. So, yeah, he should, if he was paying attention there, he certainly knows, hey, there is a Morph Core that's heading over. And a laser, I didn't actually realize he took the siege camp. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he went and bullied that. So now he can put the pressure on. And the siege camp, this is perfect. There's a wall. This is like best case scenario for getting a siege camp.
It is pretty good.
It does seem to do friendly fire, though, so he's just losing fiends. But he's gonna knock this wall down. Doesn't feel like it matters.
There's just not.
What is Grimmy gonna do?
Any structures.
He doesn't have a unit.
He doesn't have a unit.
He's got. There's like a Seraphim around still, probably, but.
Yeah. That is a good question. I think Grimmy is just gonna die.
I think he might just be dead.
Yeah.
I mean, this siege camp is just doing so much.
It's taken here. He does Sovereign's Watch the blast node and the power bank there. He manages to take out the siege camp, but now he's on low power.
Yeah, and the Gaunts come back in. There's no blast node. I think the lasers just got this one. There it is. GG Grimmy. Unfortunately, having to tap out there as our previous week's winner goes back to the finals. He's off against Percival.